I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within. Rumi. Hi everyone, I'm Christine and this is Blind Pomegranate Tarot. And today is Coffee Talk Tuesday. And today we are starting our 3-part series, Body, Mind, and Spirit. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, well, you know what's going to happen. But let me explain. This is Armenian coffee, and in the bottom are some very finely ground coffee grounds. And when we're all done here talking, we're going to read the coffee grounds. I'm going to show you how to do that. But we'll get back to that. So the reason I chose that quote from Rumi is when I first heard it, it really sort of rang a bell for me. You know, I thought, he's right. It's not about my body. It's about my soul. Think of it this way. If you have a treasure, something that you treasure very much, you put it in a safe place, right? You put it in a box and you put it under your bed and you make sure that nobody hurts it, right? Because you want to keep it and you want to keep it safe. So when you think of your body in the same way, you wouldn't go around stomping on that box because eventually your treasure within is going to get hurt, right? So when you think of your body as the protector of your treasure, then you can start to, 1, appreciate that body for the beauty that it is, and 2, not try and change it, and 3, certainly not stomp on it, okay? So today we're not going to talk about your body image. We're not going to talk about how you should do this and how you should exercise and do that. No. I'm going to share some things that I do, and maybe that will resonate for you. But what I want you to understand is that when spirit looks at you, they don't see your body shape. They don't see the size pants you wear. They don't see what your hair looks like. They just see the beautiful glowing soul that's inside. And that the body that you've been given in this lifetime, right? We are all spiritual beings living a human experience. The body you've been given in this lifetime is the thing that holds your beautiful soul. So it has to be a beautiful container that's holding it, right? So there is the idea that the container that holds our souls is so directly connected to our soul that when we treat our bodies a certain way, it helps to grow our soul, right? It gives it relief and love, and it's cyclical, okay? So there's a couple of ways that you can go about this. But let's start with actually what we eat, what we consume. What's that? You are what you eat type thing, right? Now, I have been meditating and researching these things for about 25 years now. So I'm not kind of sort of speaking out the side of my mouth. And I've had issues with weight my whole life, okay? And I have tried very hard to come to a place where my body is healthy and working well and is a good vessel to hold my soul, right? Someplace that's safe and well taken care of. So I'm going to tell you how I do that, but it is absolutely 100% up to you and your doctor. By the way, I am not a doctor, okay? If you have medical issues, you absolutely should speak with your doctor, okay? But I'm going to tell you what I do. Now, I will start with my diet. Now, when I say food is associated to your spirit, there are certain foods that are aligned with your chakras. And there are certain foods that you can eat that will help your chakras and help to keep them aligned, okay? And help to keep them open and spinning, okay? And they usually are associated to, well, they're always fresh fruits and vegetables. It just is, okay? This is nothing new. We've been taught this our whole lives, right? But let's start with the root chakra. Root vegetables, radishes, or apples, or strawberries, right? Red foods, those sorts of things. For your sacral chakra, anything orange, carrots, oranges, okay? Red bell peppers, or excuse me, orange bell peppers, that sort of thing. The same for your solar plexus, bananas, lemons, corn, yellow corn. For your heart, green, anything leafy green. For your throat chakra is light blue, okay? So anything blue, anything like water or blueberries, or you see where I'm going with this, right? And then your third eye chakra. Now this is where it gets a little bit more intense. There's lots of teas and herbs that will go along with your third eye chakra. I'm going to put a link down below for that. Give you some information about what foods are good for aligning your chakras and really, at the end of the day, what's good for your body. And then your crown chakra, which is mostly water, okay? Clear liquids, things that really nourish our bodies and help with inflammation. So eating all of these foods are not only just naturally good for you and something your doctor would tell you to do anyway, right? Eat leafy greens and antioxidants, but that can also align with your chakras and help with your spirit and your soul, right? So that's your body and your soul connecting together. And then there's how we treat the outside of our body, right? You can see here that I've got some sprays and I've got some spa stuff, and all of that is important. When you wake up in the morning, how do you talk to your body? What do you say to it? Do you, not again, I'm exhausted. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you taking a bath and just sitting there with candles and oils and really pampering yourself? Because if you're not aligned with every sensation of your body, how your skin feels and how your joints are and all of those things, then you can't align with your soul either. All of these things work together, right? This outside box that we have, this treasure box, this box that holds our treasure, when we need to align all of those things together. And that includes really taking care of yourself and really taking the time just to spend with you and taking a hot bubble bath or making yourself a cup of tea or doing your nails or any of those things. It seems very luxurious, and we are always taught that that's, you're spoiling yourself, but you're not. This is all part of taking care of yourself, both inside and out. This is part of connecting to your soul. This is part of connecting to who you really are. And when you do that, then you can appreciate who you are inside and out. There is nothing wrong with how you are built, okay? There's nothing wrong with how you look. I don't care what anyone says to you. That's their thoughts, not yours. The point here today is to talk about how we can more closely connect to this physical being that we're in right now. For those of you who are new, everyone else knows this already, I am legally blind. Hence the name Blindpomegranatetarot, okay? I was born this way. I was born losing my eyesight. It has been a long progression through my whole life. At this point, I'm almost completely blind in my right eye, and I am visually impaired, legally blind. But I don't question that. Why? Because that's what I was meant for. This is the body I was put into. I like my body in any shape it's ever been in. Why? Because I know it is the treasure box that holds my soul. And that is the only way I'm going to be able to really complete my journey here, is when I can accept that, when I can look at that, when I can look at it through the eyes of a puppy dog. When you come home from work, your dog loves you. They don't care what you look like. They don't care what you smell like. They don't care what you've been doing all day. They don't care about your bad moods. They love you wholly, and so does spirit. And so should you. So taking the time to have a bubble bath or do your nails or go out and walk in nature on your own and pick flowers or do whatever it is that you enjoy doing for you should not be a guilty pleasure. We are so wrapped up in the idea that anything that you do for yourself is a bad thing that it hurts us, not just our souls, but physically. If you're not working all the time, if you're not cleaning that house when you've been told to, when you're not doing all of the things that somebody has told you your whole life you should be doing, well, it's guilt, right? And to take care of ourselves is a guilty pleasure because we've got 10,000 other things we should be doing as we've been told our whole lives. It's not true. It's not true. Doing any of these things, taking a bath, putting lotion on your hands, doing your nails, do whatever you want to make yourself feel better, it's only going to make everything else in your life better. Okay, so what's the other side to that? Eating right, taking care of the outside so that you can protect the treasure on the inside. A couple of days ago, I saw a very short post from, it's a video from Mayim Bialik? Yes, Mayim Bialik. Say that 10 times fast. She played Amy on The Big Bang Theory. And she was a neurobiologist on the show, I think, but she is actually in real life as well. And I love it when the universe sort of aligns, right? Because about 2 days ago, she posted something about, it's a very short video, about 5 minutes. I'm going to put it down below so you can watch it. And it's about how your mind, right, and how you think affects your physical being and can cause pain. Now, it may not be the cause of pain, but it is a contributing factor to pain, right? So when we think, oh, it's a guilty pleasure for me to take care of myself, it's a guilty pleasure for me to take a bath, it's a guilty pleasure for me to meditate and take a deep breath, what she was talking about is that it actually is a contributing factor, can further inflame any pain that you're going through, and whatever kind of mental stress that you're going through. It's very interesting, so I'm going to put it down below. I hope I didn't explain that very well, but she can, of course, much better. I'm going to put a link down below so you can see that. One of the biggest problems with our bodies, and many people suffer through this, is inflammation, and it can cause pain. Sleeplessness can then cause inflammation as well. It causes many problems within our bodies because we're not taking care of them. And it's because, oh, we don't have time, or it's been called a guilty pleasure, or, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be cleaning the house, that sort of thing. Okay. And so we're so used to, especially in the United States, so used to going all the time. And if you're not, then you're not keeping up with the Joneses, and you're not doing enough for your family, and you're not all of those things. And it's just a ridiculous belief system, because if you're wearing your body down to a nub, okay, because you're not taking care of yourself because you're doing everything everybody else is doing, and that's what you've been told you have to do. Well, what good are you at that point? You're not helping anyone, and you're certainly not helping yourself. I'm going to have some coffee here, or otherwise we'll never get to the ground. So, if we keep in mind that our bodies are the treasure box that holds the treasure of our souls, then we can start to treat ourselves better, look at ourselves better, and leads me to my next point, speak to ourselves better. There are many different religions, many different practices around the world who preach the idea that when you wake up in the morning, that you should say, thank you to my hands for working today. Thank you for my skin for protecting me today. Thank you to my legs. Thank you to my feet. Thank you to my ears. Thank you to my mouth. Thank you to my eyes. Even if they're not what everyone else's is, okay? Thank you to my eyes. Thank you for being there. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me this body. Thank you for giving me this treasure box to hold my soul. So when we start to speak to ourselves over and over and over again in a positive way, okay, then we can start to diminish the idea that we are less than, that our bodies are not right, that we don't look the way we should, that we have to start to beat ourselves up with diets, and we have to do all of these things, and I'm not as good looking, I'm not as great, I'm not as this, I'm not as that. When we stop saying those things to ourselves, when we wake up and we start saying positive things to ourselves every day, then that becomes a routine. And by doing that, then our whole attitude changes. And when our beliefs about ourselves starts to change, it starts to affect us physically. And when it starts to affect us physically, then our inflammation goes down, and we start to eat better, and we start to see ourselves better. And all of that starts this cycle of us getting better and our treasure box glowing more, right? Not because we've gone out and we've colored our hair, or not because we've gone on a diet for the 18th time, but because we are actually appreciating the thing we have now, how we are and how we're built. You know, what my body looks like is great. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. That's the way it's meant to be. If I'm not feeling well, I will do something about that. I'll go for a walk. If I'm not feeling centered, I will do some yoga. I will do a meditation. I will eat better. Okay? But this is something that you just don't wake up one day and go, this is how I'm going to be. No, it takes time. But if we start to practice it, if we start to tell ourselves better things, if we start to say better things about ourselves, then that replaces the negativity and everything in our body changes, which is what Mayim's video is about, right? It's not the cause of pain, but it can be a contributing factor to it. So when we stop doing that, we take that component out of it, okay? So talking to yourself better is so important. It's so important, and I say this all the time. It doesn't matter what you're saying, even if you're not saying it about your body, if you're saying it about yourself, your personality, your mind, whatever. How we speak to ourselves is so vital to our souls, but also to our bodies. And when we can say, my body is beautiful the way it is because this is how it's meant to be, and this is my treasure box, then all the other stuff falls away and everything else in our life becomes better. I'm not talking out the side of my mouth, okay? Believe me, there's been many, many a time that I've said, wow, you need to do this for yourself. You are a mess. You're that, you're the other. None of it was ever true. I was what I was when I was. This is how it was supposed to be. This is how I was meant to be. This is how I was made. And again, Spirit doesn't care what your body looks like. They do care how you treat it, and they want you to treat it as the treasure that it is, okay? But they will always love you, and your soul will always be there, and it will always be beautiful no matter what your body looks like, okay? So I'm going to finish up my coffee real quick here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn this coffee cup upside down. Turn it 3 times clockwise. 1, 2, and 1 more makes 3. Ooh. Boy, that's really stuck. There we go. All right. So what I would like to hear from you guys is what it is that you do for yourself. Okay, comment down below. What's the one thing that you do for yourself that always makes you feel good about yourself? Not, oh, I pamper myself doing this. That's not pampering. That's just being good to yourself. That's just being human. That's just polishing your treasure box, okay? But tell me the one thing that you do that maybe you're not doing enough of, okay? And then maybe that will help somebody else. Maybe that will help someone else say, yeah, I'm going to try that for myself as well. So I am going to pull an oracle card for you. This is from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. And we'll see while the coffee grounds sit there and stew. And we'll go ahead and pull a card for today and see what Spirit would like you to do for yourself today. How they would like you to take care of yourself today. It's not a guilty pleasure. It's not a guilty pleasure to treat yourself well. It just isn't. Let's talk about sleep as well, because that's really, really important. That will help with inflammation. Do you suffer with having a hard time sleeping? I know I have for years. And I have recently found that guided meditation, sleep meditation stories are just amazing. Okay? So I am going to put a link to right here on YouTube. There is a it's called Michelle's Sanctuary. She has a very soothing voice, and she will tell you a little story that will help to guide you into sleep many, many a times. I've never reached the end of her stories. I just go fall right to sleep, but it has absolutely changed my sleep pattern. And sleeping for a full 8 hours every night should be your goal, 100% your goal, because that absolutely does affect inflammation as well. So if you're having trouble sleeping, and I think that right now everybody is, we're all sort of stressed out about life in general, but try a sleep story. There's also Calm, but I think that's paid for. Michelle Sanctuary is free. I will put a link down below. But she just recently did a meditation, a sleep meditation for pain, and how, you know, pain and your sleep can very much be intertwined. Did you know that you can get, that most injuries happen as far as like, you know, joint or back pain or anything like that happen while you're sleeping? I think that's amazing. So getting the right amount of sleep, getting winding down at night, super important. Boy, I don't know if it's because I'm talking too much, but we're just trying to find the exact right card. Card, please. I would really like to know exactly what it is that you do for yourself that can help you, or that does help you, take care of your treasure box, that help take care of your soul. And what practices you'd like to share with us, what it is that you do for yourself. I do yoga, I do meditation, I focus heavily, there it is, on the foods that I eat. I eat absolutely no sugar, but that's up to you. You know, everybody has a different way of doing it, but when we take care of our treasure box, right, we take care of our souls. Okay, and the card we got, clear your energy field. Clear your energy field. So this can be done in many ways. Meditation, saging. I would suggest meditation. In fact, I will put a meditation down below for clearing your energy field. It's very interesting. I like that. So we'll put that right there. And then I am going to, I don't know if you guys have ever tried this, taken a book. This is a book of herbs and let's see, it is called A Practical Guide to Discovering the Magic of Plants, Herbs, Crystals, and Other Things. So what I will generally do is, and I've done this a lot, maybe you like to try it as well, is when I'm flipping through a book, I'll just flip through it, see which page I fall on, drop my finger on it, and see what it has to say. So let's see what this has to say. Energy healing. Interesting. Healing, strength, protection, fertility, invisibility. Beauty, energy, beauty and energy. What herb are they talking about here? Let's see. The botanical name for lemongrass. So maybe today you put some lemongrass in a recipe that you're using today. That's very cool. And lemongrass, of course, is your solar plexus, right at your gut. So that makes sense, right? So I love that. Energy healing. That is the theme for today. Energy healing. Maybe a little chicken breast with some lemongrass. That would be really great. Okay, so let's read the coffee grounds and see what they have to say. So those of you who are new here, here's what we do. I'm going to ask you to do a really quick meditation with me. You're going to put your feet on the floor. and your hands in your lap with your palms up. This will root you to the earth and open you to the universe. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose for 5 and breathe it out our mouths for 3. And we're going to do that quickly, because what that's going to do is push out the old energy and bring in the new. Okay? And that will help you to sit back into your intuition. So that when I turn over the cup, you're going to look at them and tell me, or if you want to share it down below in the comments, I'd love to hear it, what it is that you see. Go with the very first thing that you see. Do not question yourself. Go with the very first thing that you see or hear. Okay? This is going to teach you how to trust your intuition. Okay. So let's begin. We're going in through our nose for 5. We're going to hold it for 2 and out our mouths for 3. Okay? Ready? And let's go. Okay. All right. You ready? And remember, trust the very first thing that you see or hear. That's your intuition talking to you. My goodness. I'm going to try and get that so you can see it well. Huh. I'm going to turn it. Show you the size. Okay. I hope you can see that. For my friends out there who are visually impaired or blind, go solely with your intuition. Exactly the first thing you're feeling right now. It's very interesting. Okay, we're going to leave it there. So, what I hope for you guys this week, talk to yourself sweetly. Remember that your body is the treasure box that holds your soul. Treat it well, speak to it well, pamper it, okay? It is not a guilty pleasure. Pamper yourself, pamper your body. Speak sweetly to it. Enjoy it just exactly as it is, okay? And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming. Bye. Oh, one more thing. On Thursday, we're going to do a pick a card, and we're going to ask Spirit what advice they have for you about taking care of yourself, about taking care of your body, about what they'd like to see you do for yourself. Yeah? How they'd like to see you spoil yourself a little bit. It's not spoiling yourself, it's just living. But what they'd like for you. Okay, so I hope to see you there on Thursday. That one's going to be fun. I can't wait. It should be lighthearted, and I hope it's wonderful and fantastic, and that Spirit has some beautiful things to tell you, and a little glow up to tell you how wonderful they really think you are, how beautiful you are in the body that you're in, just exactly as you are right now. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. How is it? Shh. Oh, squeaky chair. What are you going through exactly? Huh? Is it because you're old? Or is it a cry for help? Let's try this again. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. Today we were talking stuff. Bodies and stuff. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. If you're new here, oh, welcome. If you're not new here, you know what's going to happen and stuff. Boy, I'm already with the mouth? No, seriously? Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. I'm Christine, and this is Blindpomegranatetarot. Welcome if you're new here. If you're not new here, well, hello again. Hi. How you guys doing? Good. So, yes, I've already had coffee, so can you tell? So if you're new here, let's focus. Shall we focus? Let's focus. Okay. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. Today, we are starting our 3-part series, Body, Mind, and Spirit. And today, we are talking about the body. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, hey. Yes, I've already had coffee, but we're going to have some more. For those of you who are new here, this is Armenian coffee. In the bottom are some coffee grounds because it's very finely milled. And in the end of our talk here, we're going to read the coffee grounds. I'm going to show you how to do that and hopefully help you to grow your intuition in reading. It's a little something I learned from a great friend. So, we're going to talk about the body today and its relationship to your mind and your spirit. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. These are, and I always do something self-care oracle cards. And then I've also pulled out a book. Now, I love to do a little, look through a book and see what your eye kind of falls on first. And so we're going to do that too. And this is a book and just a little, I'll tell you all about it. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. Today we are starting. Hello and welcome to my Pomegranate. Today is Coffee Talk Tuesday. And today we are starting our 3-part series on body, mind, and spirit. Today we are starting with your body, as you can tell from all of our goodies here. We're going to talk about the body. What we are not going to talk about is Coffee Talk Tuesday. We are talking today, or we are starting our 3-part combination, being able to speak, and that's you. Oh, God, help me. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. This is Blindpomegranatetarot, and today we are starting our 3-part series, Body, Mind, and Spirit. And so today we are talking about the body. So if you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, Armenian coffee. In the bottom are some very finely ground coffee grounds. When I get to the bottom of this cup, I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to read your coffee grounds, and I'll show you that later. Let's get started, shall we? So I just want to first have a little disclaimer here. 1, we don't do body shaming. 2, I'm not going to tell you how to take care of your body. That's up to your doctor, okay? That's the sort of thing that you need to ask a doctor about, okay? I'm not. What we are going to talk about is how to help you in stuff. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. I'm Christine, and this is the Blindpomegranatetarot. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you know what's going to happen. But let me explain for those who are new here, because I know how to speak, and I've been speaking for years and years and years, and I've got my own teeth and everything. God. Hello, welcome to Blindpomegranatetarot. This is Coffee Talk Tuesday, and today we are starting our 3-part series, Body, Mind, and Spirit, and we are starting with your body. I've had that song in my head. Yeah, squeaky chair, get into it. Breakdown. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. I'm Christine. This is the Blindpomegranatetarot, and today we are starting a 3-part series, Body, Mind, and Spirit. Body. We're going to talk a little bit about how your body and what you put into it has a lot to do with how you know, stuff like that. And then cue the runny nose. So, I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within. Rumi. I chose that for today's Coffee Talk Tuesday because when I first read it, I thought, a light bulb went off for me. And I thought, that's right, I'm not. And you may have seen from the thumbnail that spirit doesn't care what you look like. They don't care your body shape. They don't care your skin color. They don't care what you do. They care about you, no matter what you look like. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's get started. Or let's start over. I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within. Rumi. Hi everyone, I'm Christine and this is Blindpomegranatetarot. Welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. Today we are starting our 3-part series, Body, Mind, and Spirit. And today we're going to be talking about our bodies. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For everyone else, hi, welcome back. I'm going to start by blathering